that this company has made a decision to leave the United States and go to Mexico.
Governor Pence taking aim at Carrier after meeting with the top company executive in the governor's office, all part of a full-court press aimed at saving more than 2,000 Indiana jobs that are moving to Mexico.
We've been following this story all day since breaking news of the meeting on Good Morning Indiana and our RTV6 app. We're learning more about new commitments from Carrier and putting tough questions to that executive. We have full team coverage tonight, including Call 6 Investigates' Rafael Sanchez.
We start, though, with State House reporter Katie Hines and the fight to save the Indianapolis plant. Katie.
Todd and Erica, it's unclear tonight if there is anything the state can do to make Carrier officials change their minds. Governor Pence says he is encouraged after today's meeting, but he says he doesn't want to create any false hope. Governor Pence met with United Technologies Corporation executive Robert McDonough for more than an hour today. The Carrier division president told the governor the company's decision has nothing to do with the business environment of the state, but he expressed frustration with a growing number of regulations in Washington, D.C. after today's meeting. Now, Pence says the company will maintain 400 research and development jobs in Indianapolis and Huntington, saying that for the first time today. Now, keep in mind, though, those are separate from the 2,100 jobs still being moved at this point to Mexico. Pence says Carrier and United Technologies will reimburse the state for all of the training grants received, about $382,000.
I'm conceding nothing. The team here will tell you. I said to them again and again and again, if there is an opportunity for the state of Indiana to come alongside the families that are affected by this at Carrier and to be a partner in finding a way forward to preserve these jobs, we're ready, willing, and able to do that.
In addition to recouping those state incentives, Carrier will also pay the city of Indianapolis $1.2 million in property tax abatements. Reporting live tonight, Katie Hines, RTV6.
Katie, thank you. Let's continue our team coverage with Call 6 Investigates' Rafael Sanchez. And Rafael, you were in Monterey last week and today asking tough questions directly to that Carrier executive.
Todd, good evening. You know, workers are as anxious today as the day they heard that the jobs would be leaving here, the city's west side, to Monterey, Mexico. They were hoping to get some good news from the divisional president. They did not get it. Let me take you to the governor's office, the State House, where Robert McDonough today met with the governor, as Katie mentioned, for more than an hour. Robert McDonough worked with United Technologies, the parent company for Carrier that oversees the 1,400 production jobs here in Indianapolis, where they make 10,000 furnaces a day. The company did promise that several hundred research jobs will stay in the Circle City. Now, Carrier blamed federal regulations for forcing them to move to Mexico. The company does plan on saving millions of dollars by paying Mexican workers in Monterey $3 an hour, about $6 with benefits, which even in Mexican pesos is not a lot of money. So I had a lot of questions for Mr. McDonough today. Mr. McDonough, good morning and welcome to Indianapolis. Will you change your mind? Will you change your mind and keep the jobs?
Looking forward to a great meeting with the governor.
Sir, would you work for $3 an hour?
Looking forward to discussing with the governor the transition for our workers and getting back to business.
So I take it you would not work for $3 an hour, sir? And that was Mr. McDonough as he was going into the governor's office. We heard from the governor today that Carrier, if it decides to leave Indianapolis, will keep several hundred jobs here and is also looking for a new facility in Indianapolis. Now, Mr. McDonough, when he left the building, had this to say as we tried to get him to answer some of our questions.
Well, as you know, we are continuing to have a large presence here in Indiana. We love Indiana. We love doing business here. It's a really positive economic and business climate.
Mr. McDonough said that about 260 new federal regulations is what's really forcing the company to leave the city's west side. So what did we do? We've contacted Carrier to give us a list of all 260 federal rules. We want to check up with the U.S. Department of Energy to find out exactly, Todd, what is happening and why now. Todd?
Yeah, it would be interesting to see that list, Rafael. I also want to make sure we talk about this. You just finished an exclusive one-on-one interview with Governor Pence.
Yeah, after the governor sat down with union leaders, with the Steelworkers Union's leaders, we sat down with him for about 10 minutes. This is what the governor had to say to us. We'll have more at 6, but here's a brief interview with the governor.
We expressed our profound disappointment on behalf of all the families that will be impacted by Carrier and United Technologies' decision to leave Indiana for Mexico. And frankly, we also expressed disappointment in the way it was handled. I mean, our administration almost learned about this in the newspaper. And that's just unacceptable given the long-standing relationship that the people of Indiana and the state of Indiana has had with this company.
That is Governor Pence inside his office. Of course, just a slice of our interview. Our exclusive one-on-one continues at 6 o'clock because, Todd, the bigger question I had for the governor, what can the state do, if anything, to keep other companies from leaving Indiana for those $3 an hour jobs overseas? The governor's answer coming up on the news exclusively at 6. Live on the city's west side, Rafael Sanchez, RTV6.
All right, we're looking forward to that, Rafael. Thank you. And as you said, we still have much more of our Moving to Mexico coverage tonight on RTV6 News at 6. Here's steelworkers' reaction to Governor Pence's meeting with Carrier. We're also fact-checking Donald Trump's claim that he will levy a 35% on Carrier, a 35% tax, I should say, on Carrier if he becomes president. That's on RTV6 News at 7.